Well, hello, everybody. George Fokas. It is Tuesday evening. I'm sitting in my home office and I'm going to do this video. It's going to be a one take. There's going to be bloopers. There's going to be all this sort of stuff. It's not about how I look. It's all about showing me the money. And that's why you're watching this, because I want to share with you a trade that I've done, that I'm in at the moment. Probably one of my bad trades that I'm in at the moment in one of my accounts. And I want to share with you the income that I've made. I'm going to try and keep this video very short. So again, I'm going to not rush through this, but there's going to be bloopers. I'm not here to do it, not worrying about my hair or how I look, and I'm not shaved and all that sort of garbage. It's all about proving to you and showing you my trading statement as of now, Tuesday, 23rd of May, 2023, what I've earned on this trade. Where is this trade right now? What did I buy it for? How much money have I made? Where is the trade? And then we'll compare. We'll do a comparison. We'll compare my results and what I've earned. We'll compare it to the banks, and then we'll compare it to a property deal. I'm in a property group at the moment. A particular person has posted a result of a building, townhouses, 2 townhouses that they're building, and I've taken a screenshot of that, and I'm going to share that, and we're going to break that down so we can look at what are our options. We could go into property, we can go into the markets, we can go into the bank. What are our options in regards to where do we put our money? How do we invest? So let's get started. Bear with me. I'm doing this recording. I'm going to be flicking buttons to get screens up and all that sort of stuff. I am using Zoom to record this, and I'm going to be posting it on social media. But I want to share with you, just for the record, there is no advice. This is just showing you the results of my personal account and where I am right now. I have covered the stocks, so you won't know what stocks they are, but I just want to show you results. Because with what's going on around the world, the markets are down, people are freaking out, there's no job security. What is my money doing for me right now while I'm enjoying life and everyone's freaking out? Interest rates are going to go up, they're going up, cost of living's going up, expensive, everything's going up. And what's my money doing for me? And what are you missing out on because you're sitting on the sideline doing nothing because you're procrastinating? Your excuses will never put an extra cent in your back pocket. Just remember that. And the biggest thing you need to understand, folks, is this: slow and steady wins the race. It is not a sprint sport, but you've got to be in it to win it. So let me share with you my trades. Bear with me as I click some buttons and I share screen. Okay, there we go. So let me do this. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring up my trading screen. This is my trading account. So this is a live trading account. Hopefully you can see the whiteboard. I will try and bring it a bit closer, and I will go back to the whiteboard off the big screen. But what I want to share is this. This is my trading account. I've taken a screenshot. I've removed a lot of the data. The biggest thing you need to see are the figures. It doesn't matter whether I've put in 400 grand, 40 grand, 4 grand, whatever it is. It's about the results, because whether you put 4 grand, 40 grand, or 400 grand, the results are the same of what you're going to see in my account. So I am running 2 screens. That's why I keep looking over there so I can see what you're seeing. So don't worry about how much is invested. Look at the result, because whether you put 4 grand and I put 400 grand or 40 grand or whatever it is, the results are the same. The more zeros you put in, the more zeros you pull out. So the first thing I want to do is this. I want to bring up the date. When did I get into this trade? Now, bear in mind, I'm not showing you a good trade. I'm not showing you the best results. I'm showing you the shittest trade in this account right now and where I am right now. And I'm sitting on it. And it is as of today, 23rd of May. Now, the statement is yesterday because it's US. As you can see the date at the bottom when I've printed it out, it is US. So they're currently 22nd of May. That's why it's got that date if you want to see it at the bottom. So 1st of March, 2023, I get into a trade. You can see the date. Now have a look at the time, because it will tell you the time that I got in at 1:30 in the morning Sydney time, which means it's 9:30 US time. Now I am investing in the US markets. This is a US trade. 1:30 Sydney time while I'm asleep, my money is working for me. And if you can see the time where the number 1 in red is, it is 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds of the market opening, my order's gone in. I've bought a stock for 40.53. Now, have a look at that. The next thing I want to point out is I've gone into the markets and I've created a contract to earn income. What I teach all around the world, and what I've been teaching for 17 years all around the world, and what I've been doing for 24 years is a cash flow strategy. It's not about predicting what the markets are going to do. See, everyone, when they hear about the stock market, think the markets are going to go up or they're going to go down, or they're going to go up or they're going to go down. And the only way to make money is when they move up or down. Whether the markets move up or down or whether they don't move, I've still made money. And I've made my money at the beginning of my transaction, not at the end, because you've been conditioned to work for your money, put your time in to see your return on your time at the end. You've got to work a week, a fortnight, or a month. You put money in the bank, you've got to wait until the end of the term before you see your profit, your interest on your money. With what I'm teaching and what I've been doing for 24 years, we get our profit at the beginning of our transaction. We don't have to wait. The money is in our account from day one up front. Go to number 3. You can see the time that the contract went into the market. It's exactly the same time as the purchase of the stock. Now, I've done a contract, just so you can understand this, I've done a contract, and I'll use a different color. I've done a contract at $41. That's a contract that I've done, $41. Now, I got in on the first, and that contract, when you look at number 4 on red on your screen, it says the 10th of March, 23. So I've done a contract for 9 days. This is a 9-day contract, 41 contract. I've bought the stock for $40.53. I'm saying to the market that on the 10th of March in 9 days, if the stock goes to 41, I'm selling it at 41, I get paid 41. Now, don't worry about the ins and outs of this. Just understand the money that we're making in the income. I got paid, let's go to the next one. I got paid, go to number 5. I got paid $1.18 for that contract for 9 days. So I made upfront with certainty, guaranteed, and I'm going to use the word guaranteed, a return on investment, no matter what the stock or the market's going to do in the future. I've made money. $1.18 on my $40.53 investment. Now I've got to wait until the 10th to see what the stock does. Now that stock went from $40 on the 10th. On the 10th, that stock went from $40 down to about 37, I think it was, or 38. So it went down. It doesn't matter where it went down. So what do I do now? Have a look on your screen. Number 6. Go to number 6 in red. On the 14th, and I'll just write this now, on the 14th of March, 23, I've done another contract. And you can see the time, within 55 seconds of the market opening, my money's gone in. My order's gone in, and the money's banked into my account within 55 seconds of the market opening. Before the market trades for the whole day, I've made money. I don't need to know what the stock's going to do during that day. I've already made money within 55 seconds of the market opening. I've done another contract at 41. And that's now paid me too. So remember, the stock's gone down, and now I've done a contract again at the same price, and now I've earned $2. So stock's gone down. I've made another $2. Have a look at this. The contract is from the 14th of March. Go to number 7. If you look on your screen, go to number 7. You'll see that that contract is until the 6th of April, 23. So I've got a contract there for basically 3 weeks. Even if we say 4 weeks, it's 3 weeks, right? I've made another $2 on my investment of $40. Now, what did that stock do on the 6th of April this year? That stock went back down, stayed down. Do I care? No, because is my money working for me? Now, people are going to go, but George, your stock's gone down more than what you've made. It doesn't matter. Because when you buy a house and the person is paying you rent on that house, do you care what that house is worth right now? Because you're not selling it right now. You own the house. As long as that house is giving you an income, you don't care what it's worth, because you've bought the house to hold it long term. I've bought that stock. I don't care what it's doing today. It could go down, could go up. I'm not here to predict the market. I'm here to make money out of the market and get my money working for me. So my investment goes in. I've made a return. Guess what? On the 6th of April, what does the stock do? It goes down. So what do I do? Go back into the market. Have a look at number 9. I go back into the market on the 11th of April, and I do another contract. Have a look. I do another contract at $41, another contract at 41. And look at this. Now that contract from the 11th of April is up until the 12th of May, a month. How much has it paid me? Now that stock has gone to $35. I've done a contract at 41. The stock was at 35. 72 cents it's paid me. So I'm not earning the same amount of money every month, but it doesn't matter. Something is better than nothing. Because how many people are in the stock market right now that have put money into the market, and all they're doing is hoping and praying that the market goes up on the hope to make money at the end. But I'm not hoping for anything, because my stock is going down and I'm still making money. So have a look at this. On the 11th to the 12th of May, this stock has gone down to $30. $30. I bought it at 40. It's gone down to 30. So guess what happens? On the 18th of May, now this contract's expired on the 12th. On the 18th of May, I go into the markets and I do another contract. As you can see, let me bring it up, number 13. I do a contract now at $40. I do a contract at 40 to sell the stock at 40 if, and you can look where it says number 13 on your screen, go to the left-hand side of 13 and have a look. It says 16 June 23. So from the 18th of May when I got into the contract to the 16th, it's now paid me, how much have I earned? 54 cents. So I've made 54 cents on a $40 contract, right? 54 cents on a $40 contract. Listen to this. The stock was at 30. I've done a contract at 40. It's paid me 54 cents. I've made something. 54 cents for a month on a $40 investment is 1% return for a month. 1%. We will look at what the banks are paying in interest. So if people go, but George, I'm scared of the stock market. I'm scared about the markets going up and down. That's the old mentality of you're trading the markets. I'm not trading the markets here. I'm earning income off the market. The market's going to go up and the market's going to go down, and I'm still making money. I'm not here to predict it. Change your thinking if you really want to make your money work for you. But what you need to understand is this. My money is working for me and I'm earning income. So you want to work this out, please, by all means. From the 1st of March, today is the 23rd of May. Work it out. Go and do a Google search. 1st of May to the 1st of March, to the 23rd of May. How long is that? 3.5 months. 3.5 months. Now think about this. Just so I can do this for you so you can get a better understanding. Let's say you bought 1,000 shares. I'm just going to keep the numbers easy. Let's say you bought 1,000 shares of these, 1,000 of them. Your investment would be $40,530 if you bought 1,000 shares. So let's say you invested 40.5 grand, 40,500. Now this is US, but it doesn't matter if it's US, Australian, whatever it is, currency. But 40 grand, 40,500. It's paid me 1,180, 2,000, 720, 540. Work that out. That's what I've made in 3.5 months on that 40 grand. Let's calculate it. 1,180 plus 2,000 plus 720 plus 540 equals $4,440. So I've made $4,440. That's what I've made in 3.5 months on a 40 grand investment, if I do it that way. Now, if you add a zero to that equation and make it 405,000, so a lot of you are going to go, what? 400 grand, who's got 400 grand sitting there? But don't worry about that. Think about $405,000. 400 grand would have made you 11 grand for 9 days, 11 grand for 9 days, 20 grand for 3 weeks, 7 grand, 7,200 for a month, 5,400 for a month. That's on a 400 grand investment. Now, when you think about 400 grand in property, what's that going to pay you per month? And you work this out over 3.5 months. Let's compare. So just so you got an understanding of it, let's do it again. 1,180 is what I made for 9 days, then 2,000, then 720, then 540, $4,440. Divide that by investment of 40,530 as a percent. Can I ask you this? How many of you would like a 10.9% return on investment? Just under 11% return on investment. 10.9% return in 3.5 months. Now think about if you put money in the bank. I've made 10%. It doesn't matter how much money I've put into the market. I'm just going to show you easy numbers for you to understand this. You can do this with 4 grand, would have made you 118, would have made you 200, 72, 54. Take out the zero, add a zero. The more zeros we put in, the more zeros we pull out. But let me ask you this, 10%. Now, people are going to go, but George, what if the stock goes down? What if the markets go down? Well, the stock has gone down. This is my shit trade at the moment. And this is the money I've made in 3.5 months on a shit trade. So let me ask you this. What if the market, or what if that stock goes down even more and I sit and do nothing? So that's 3 months. Let's say for the next 9 months, I don't do any more contracts. I do no more contracts. So for the next 9 months, I do nothing. And you're going to go, but George, that means your money's just sitting there dead money. No, it's not, because the 40 grand, 400 grand that I've invested, right? Over the 12 months, if I do nothing for 9 months, over the 12 months, I've still made 10%. You put that into property, you put that into the bank, and what are you going to be making? Right? Think about that. Put that into property or put that into the bank, and what's that going to make you in a year? Because if you put your money into the bank over the next year, you can't touch it anyway. To earn what? 4% a year? I've done 10. I've done nearly 3 years of interest in the year compared to what the bank's going to pay you, because you think the bank is safe. But the thing is, people aren't willing to educate themselves because they think deception, that the stock market is risky, because they don't understand how it works, because they're not willing to sit and listen like you are right now. That's my trade right now, as of right now, since the 1st of March up until the 23rd of May, 2023. But let me do this. Let me stop sharing screen for a second, because I want to do a comparison. I want to compare. I'm going to stop sharing screen. Bear with me. Let me do this. Click some buttons. Right, there we go. Back me on the big screen. Fokas has earned 10.9% in 3.5 months, 3.5 months. Can I just share the screen with you? And bear with me. I just want to share what the bank is paying. So let's have a look here. Let me share screen. You're going to see my screen. Yep, that one. Share. Here we go. You can see straight on my screen, Commonwealth Bank right now here in Australia. Let's do this. What is the Commonwealth Bank? CBA. Okay, don't worry about the budgets and all these bullshit government stuff. But look at this. Banking. Let's go to savings accounts. Right, bear with me. I'm live on the internet. Let's go over here. Savings, see all savings. Right, let's have a look at the Commonwealth Bank. As of right now, live term deposits, discover term deposits. Let's have a look. Right, you want to compare. What do we got? Special rates, 3.755 months, 4.35. So let's have a look. CBA, 4.35% per annum for 12 months. Right, I've outdone that. Let's look at the Greek banks, because the Greeks, you know, I've got some students in Greece too, and I want to quickly have a look at the Greek banks. Is this going to come up over here? 1 second. The Greek banks, I can tell you right now, this is the National Bank of Greece, just so you can understand the interest rate is 0. So National Bank of Greece, here it is right there. I've actually opened it up. Deposits, the deposits rates, just so you can see this. Okay, the deposits of rates for retail clients, just people like you and me, we won't go into commercial, is 0. So Greek bank, I can go to Alpha Bank right now. If we go to Alpha Bank, it's another Greek bank. 20 grand minimum, 20,000 euro minimum, 161 is your net interest over 12 months. You can calculate 161 on 20 grand. It's nothing, right? So let's go to the US and let's look at the Citibank. Here is the Citibank, just so you can understand this. What's the Citibank paying, right? On a normal Citibank account, basic banking, 0.05, less than half. Way under half, 0.05, not even half, not even 0.1%, right? 0.05, nothing. So, who we got here? Bank of America. Bank of America, 0.02, less than 2.5 grand, 0.02 is what they're paying, 0.03, nothing, right? So that's what the bank's interests are. This is the Australian bank right now. So European banks, forget it. American banks, forget it. Australian banks, 4.3 a year compared to mine. Now, let me just quickly do this before I finish up, just so you can see, because I've just shared with you the money that I've made as of today from the 1st of March up until the 23rd of May. Now, watch this, because I'm going to stop sharing screen. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, come back to this. I want to share with you property. I'm not here to put property down. Please understand, I'm not here to put property down. I love property. Okay. But what I want to share with you is this. A person today on a Facebook group that I'm in posted about his results of a block, and I'll bring it up. Have a read of it. I'll bring it up. There it is there. Okay. This is as of today. This particular person, Mark, went onto this property group on Facebook and says another one of our Melbourne projects is getting closer. So exciting. So people are excited, you know, he's doing a property deal. Fantastic. Because people go, George, stock market is risky. It's uncertain. I don't want to put my money in it. I'll put into property. But read it. He says property purchased. So let's do this. I'll write it here. Property purchased in 2017. So now we're going to talk about property. Property purchased in 2017 for 1.81 million. We're 2023. 2017 is 6 years ago. 1.81 paid 6 years ago. Holding costs, land tax, other issues. So 1.81 is what they paid. So imagine 1.81. Now, interest rates. Okay, they wouldn't have paid it cash, they've got a loan. So let's work this out. Then it says knockdown, townhouses built, land size. We spent 12 months getting plans done. So 12 months of getting plans done. Of sitting on this property, 12 months over the 6 years, because we are now 2023. And says building costs, including consultation to do this 2 duplexes, 970. And he says ish. But when you work out what he's calculating, it's more than that. It's about $1 million. So let's say it's cost him $1 million to build. $1 million to build. And he reckons they're going to sell for about 1.9, 1.9, 3.8. So 2.8 to buy and to build, 3.8 to sell, both. If he gets that, he's making $1 million profit. Now look, profit circa about $1 million, and everyone's going, fantastic. You're going to make $1 million profit. You're going to make $1 million profit. That is fantastic. This guy's going to be rich. He's making $1 million on a development, but he's held it for 6 years. 6 years. So if you work out $1 million profit, divide that by 6 years, is 166 grand a year. 166 grand. Let's make it 170 grand. So realistically, for the 6 years that he's been holding it, 170 grand is what he's making over the 6 years per year. 170 grand. So work this out. So 170 grand per year over the 6 years is his profit, because he's had to hold it for 6 years. We haven't taken expenses out. We haven't taken the mortgage and all that sort of stuff, because there's no mention here of mortgage, interest, land taxes, costs, any of that sort of stuff. So bear in mind, he's making 170 grand a year. He's invested 1.81 to buy, $1 million to build, 2.8. So 2.8 to make that $1 million probably, or 170 grand. But let me ask you this. I've made 10% in 9. So 166,000, let's say 170,000. Divide that by the 1.81 as a percent. Oops. 170,000 divided by 181 is making about 9% a year if you just work out the profit on the investment. Profit on the investment. 9% a year. I've made 10% in 3 months and I've got no headaches. I've got no headaches. 10% in 3 months, he's making 9% in a year. So by all means, put your comments, challenge me on this. But if I invested 1.81, I just want you to understand this. If he bought that property for 1.81 and got a loan, if I invested 1.81 million, right, in 3.5 months, I would have $181,000 profit in 3 months, let alone what else I'm going to make in the 9 months on the 1.8 million. So I've made more in 3 months to what he's made per year for the year on that property deal. So the bank's going to pay you 4% a year and you can't touch your money. I've got my money in the market, it's going down, and I've still made 10%. A guy wants to do property and everyone's going, fantastic, you're making $1 million. That is fantastic. But his exposure over 6 years, no one talks about that. No one talks about the exposure. Everyone just looks at you've made $1 million if he makes it. Right? When he makes it. And when's he going to make it? At the end. He's got to hope that everything goes to plan to make that at the end. I don't have to hope for anything because I've made it at the beginning. Whether the market's going to go up or the market's going to go down, or whether my stock's going to go up or my stock's going to go down, I've made my profit. I've made my profit at the beginning. I've made my profit at the beginning when I've done the contract and the stock's going down. I've made my profit. Stock's going down. So you need to understand how the markets work properly to then realize the one thing that you're missing is cash flow, and I can help you with your cash flow right there. Because in this day and age, So many people are sitting on equity doing absolutely nothing. And even if you said, George, I don't have 40 grand, I don't have 4 grand, I don't have 400 grand, let alone 1.81, you're going to go and borrow that. If you borrow 40 grand from the bank right now, if you borrow 40 grand from the bank, they're going to charge you 6% interest, 6% interest. But if you can make 10 in 3 months, take 6 out of the 10, pay the bank off, you're still left with 4 of the bank's money. And then for the next 9 months, whatever you make is the cream on your cake. Now do you see the bigger picture? Thanks for watching. Welcome to my world. Any questions in the comments, throw them at me, challenge me, do whatever you like. They're the results. That's my trading statement that you've seen. Take care. I look forward to seeing your comments. I'm running some masterclasses. If you want to know exactly how this works, the ins and outs, join my masterclass. And I look forward to seeing you on the masterclass. And let's start making your money work for you. Because let me tell you one thing. If I can promise you to show you how to make your money work for you from day one up front, are you going to commit to learning how to do it, to start building another income stream instead of working for your money for the rest of your life? Because if you do the hard yards now and learn to build that pipeline will feed you for the rest of your life, but you've got to put the hard yards in now. So, do I see you on the inside? The choice is yours. Take care. Talk soon.